All right. I am Christ, I am disciple, and it is great to be here again today. Today was an epic day in Justice Con where Zack Snyder was interviewed concerning Zack Snyder's Justice League. And we found out a couple things about Justice League. And I have here with me two different hats. If you guys want to join in into the chat section as guests, let me get that sorted out for you guys. Man, but today was fantastic, fantastic day. Justice Con. It was great, man. Tremendous, tremendous day. I mean, I'm so still amped. I'm still so excited about it. But we're going to talk about it. And oh man, first of all, like I said, Justice Con. We had Ray Fisher. Let me just put the link into the chat section here. Ray Fisher. I saw most of it. I didn't get to see the Donations for Suicide Prevention, the Organization for Suicide Prevention in America. I didn't get to watch that yet, but I'm going to be watching that soon. But I was live for part of the Ray Fisher interview, which was featuring him. I was there for the Zack Snyder interview. I didn't get to see the whole entire thing. The link right now, if you guys want to join in into the guest area, is right there in your chat section. Yeah, I got to see the Ray Fisher interview. I did look at the Ink for the People, also that interview with Nerd Queens. Nerd Queens were the ones hosting the event, so it was really great. Oh man, but I'm so excited about this. I so much I want to say. So let's get into it. And you guys want to jump in the chat or jump in as guests on the program? You guys can come in. Just click on the link, and then you'll be guests, and we can talk and bounce off so many stuff I want to talk about. First of all, let's get to the thing that everybody got to see, the clip. Oh man. I would love to say OMG. Man, I didn't know that black suit Superman could look so good. I mean, he called the cape that he was wearing. He called it um charcoal color. It looked to me like almost like a kind of gray, like a beautiful gray color. And then that S on his chest was just so wicked, almost silver. Oh man, I mean, that was just that reveal. How long was it? Like 3 seconds? What, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that. It was so crazy. It was so epic. I didn't expect it. Still haven't gotten to see it in repeat over and over again. Picture quality wasn't the greatest. Picture quality wasn't the highest resolution. Zack Snyder says he's still doing work on it, but oh my gosh, man. Look, man, when I saw that suit, I think most people's reaction was the same. I actually said explicits. I said, holy bleep, 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 bleep. I lost my mind on that one. That's so crazy. So crazy. So crazy. And in addition, of course, he also came with a t-shirt. It was really cool. I haven't deciphered the front of the t-shirt, the Roman numerals on it yet, because I know there's a code. And in the back is associate producers. So we're like associate producers because we're the ones that kind of funded and made this event possible. Shout out to all the Snyder Cut fans out there. So the Nerd Queens, they asked him a couple questions. And some of the questions that they asked him was, one of the questions they asked him was, oh, shout out to Dan of Steel. The music for the clip was slightly different, if you haven't noticed already. Man, you've been watching that clip over and over and over again. If you want to pop up on here, Dan of Steel, tell me, man. Just pop into the guest area. Love to see your face. Yeah, man, that clip was crazy. I haven't watched it many, many times yet because I'm looking for a better resolution of it. It was kind of like wide and everything. But the moment he played it back like 2 more times. Man, I need to see that clip again and again and again, right? I watched the rerun of the interview as well. Oh man, ah, like, and he said they did it. They did digitally change the suit in post. Woo! It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. We're in a time where this is just great. This is great. Now, yeah, I was saying that the Nerd Queens asked him a couple questions. One of the questions that was very important was, and we as fans was kept on drilling it over and over. Will we be seeing Green Lantern? Will we be seeing the Green Lanterns in there? Because as you all know, if you guys have watched that the ping pong flicks with my boy, uh, he was talking about how, I'm hoping not, but he was talking about how Jeff Johns may not want Zack Snyder to use the Green Lantern or the Flash, or the Flash, extra footage of the Flash in his upcoming Justice League movie. You know, and I'm hoping not. And I don't know why Jeff Johns is trying to fight down Zack Snyder all the time. I don't care what vision you have. This is independent. What Zack Snyder is about to put out there is really independent of the DCEU. It's just as Zack said, it's just an alternate cut. So why is Jeff Johns meddling with that, man? Like, yes, whether we have Green Lanterns down the road or not, let Zack do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Let Zack do his thing. Yeah. So I've not been able, so many questions were asked. So anyway, so a lot of people was like, Green Lantern, Green Lantern, Green Lantern was killing it, Green Lantern, the Martian 100, Martian 100. And I was like so happy. Of course, Zack couldn't really give us any confirmation of anything. And if that's what's going on in the background, we as fans, again, we got to say, we got the power to make this happen. So guys, let's hashtag down the place. We want Green Lantern. What Zack promised us, the 2 Green Lanterns and the Martial Manhunter. We want to see that. We don't know what's going on in the background, but we want all Green Lantern, Martial Manhunter, and Flash. We want the original movie. We want no compromise. And if Zack wanted to add extra stuff to that movie, which he does want to do now, he wants to make it longer, we want to see all of it. So they asked him another question, which I thought was really good. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'll tell you how I feel about it in a minute. The question was, are we going to have episodes of Justice League, or are we going to have one big movie that's probably 4 hours long, or 4 hours and something minutes long? So Zack was saying, one of the Nerd Queens was saying how she prefers to have it in episodes or segments. And Zack was like, yeah. But he didn't say yes or no to it. Me personally, I would love to see the whole thing. I'd sit down for 4 hours and watch it. And then you can also have it in an episodic format. But for me, I'm one of those nerds who I just love to watch things in great detail. So I don't really have a problem watching the whole entire thing. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. When I look at BVS, I don't break it up into sections. I watch the whole damn thing, people. You know what I'm saying? And I still got BVS on here. I haven't watched BVS in a little while, but Man of Steel, BVS, and then Justice League in a row. Hell yeah. I don't care if it's 4 hours long. I can take half the day, no problem. And what's the cool thing about it is you can always start it, stop it, come back to it if you want to, So for me, either way is good. I would prefer to see the whole thing than have to see episode after episode after episode and just leave me hanging week after week after week. But after I've seen the whole thing, I don't mind taking it in episodes or in chunks. So that's just my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think. But man, we need to push for the Green Lantern. We need to push, of course, the air cuts has to be done as well. But we're pushing for Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's working day and night on this film. Of course, the kind of work that we did as fandom to assist in the awareness and the prevention of suicide with the American Prevention Suicide Prevention Association. It's just marvelous. And he even talked about that. So, and you can see it hit him right there because his daughter, of course, went because of that. So it's a great cause that we push for. And of course, there's several other things like the art, and guys are just going off on it. Nice feel, nice speed with all these events that are coming up. Even Justice Con that came up because again, fans, we push this. And this, of course, there's the DC fandom coming up. And so, you know, that just in and of itself is just so exciting, right? And then of course we're talking about man, we're talking about also the fact that and Ray Fisher expressed the same opinion. We get to see Cyborg, what Cyborg represents, and the full story of Cyborg. We get to see the Flash and his story, and Aquaman and so on. The Nerd Queens also asked Zack Snyder about the title of the movie, because it seems as though there's some legalities involving the title of the movie. Zack Snyder's Justice League. I just hope it stays the way it is. Again, we as fans have to just kind of keep on being vocal about what we want. And if we want Green Lanterns in that film, we're going to get our Green Lanterns, people. We just have to be vocal about it. And positive vocal. I heard that some of the fandom is arguing on Twitter. I didn't really see it because I finally got access to Twitter after so long, my account at least. But I'm hoping that we could as fans stay united and continue to pursue this thing down to the last until we see it on the screen. That's all I hope that we would do as fans. We've gotten the movie. Justice Con tomorrow. Deborah Snyder is going to be interviewed, as well as tomorrow. There's also going to be the guy who plays Darkseid. He's going to be on. Ray Porter is going to be on tomorrow, and I think there's two other things. But this Justice Con has been great. I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League is the priority one for me, but now my mind is open back up to DC. I can go and look at Aquaman if I need to. I can go and watch it at Shazam if I need to. I could go and watch Wonder Woman if I need to, especially Wonder Woman 84. I'm kind of interested in that movie right now. Even the Harley Quinn movies, I kind of open up and do that because Warner Bros. Did something that we as fans kind of pushed, but nonetheless, it was still something that they did. It was a compromise. They gave us Zack Snyder's Justice League. But we got to see it to the end. We got to see it to 2021. We want Zack's vision on that screen. We don't want no damn compromise. Zack's vision or nothing. Zack's vision or broke. That means the Green Lanterns need to be in there. Whatever Zack envisioned them Green Lanterns to be, I don't want nobody touching it. I don't want Jeff Johns touching it. I don't want none of these guys touching it. Okay, I don't want to hear about none of them old school guys who try to get the Joss Whedon version of Justice League. They shouldn't even tell Zack anything. Okay, I don't care if Jeff Johns has plans for those characters. This is an alternative universe. This is Zack Snyder's story. It doesn't have to have continuity. And if he's worried about Zack putting that stuff out first before he gets to put out the stuff in his story first, that's not a problem either. Because guess what? Maybe your story can get revised and maybe you could put out something even better than that. How about that? So Zack Snyder needs to tell his story, and I don't care what Jeff Johns does in the background. He needs to stay the hell out of that. Zack should not have to be boring and fighting to get his vision done. This is his opportunity now to unfiltered show his vision to the world. And nobody should come between him and his vision at this point in time. So Jeff Johns, we as fans don't like that. We don't appreciate you in the background trying to, again, sabotage Zack Snyder's work. I don't know why you have an issue with this man and you try to sabotage him. If that's your problem, then get the hell as far away from this project as possible, because we as fans, we fought for this. We fought for this. So please, Jeff Johns, if you're involved in trying to keep Zack from putting his proper vision out there, and he's still trying to mess up his vision, please move out the way, Jeff Johns. Just move away. You do comic books. That's what you do. Stay the hell there, okay? And let Zack do what he's doing. I just hope that's not the case with Jeff Johns. But if it is, we don't want nobody messing around with Zack Snyder's vision now. This is going to be his vision, no compromises. This is straight vision. That's why it's longer and everything. And I hope that he doesn't try to put legalities to try and block Zack from doing what he needs to do. And if that's the way how Jeff Johns is going to roll, it's a good thing he's out of the DCEU, and it's a good thing he's out of the movies, more or less. You know, because we don't need no envious, jealous, selfish person amongst us. We just don't. That's not the atmosphere. That's not the. That's not the. Nobody owns these characters. That's not the way how we convey things. And sometimes, you know, certain people need to just let go of things and let the natural process take its place. You know, because Jeff Johns tried to again push his vision, push his way on another director's vision, another director's way, and it backfired main time with Justice League. It backfired when he tried to do Green Lantern. He failed at it. So why don't you just let it go, pass the baton to the guy that can do it, and let him put it out there? Because maybe by Zack Snyder putting out the Green Lanterns, maybe it helps the Lantern Corps down the road, which you're trying to work on. So why don't you just let the process happen, Jeff Johns? Get your stupid ego together and get the hell out of the way of Zack's vision, which is his story. You don't have to go with it. You don't have to do nothing with it. But the last thing you need to be doing is interfering. Okay? So that's all I got to say about that. But quite frankly, we're hoping and praying that no more problems Zack should have to encounter with either the ups or Jeff Johns or anybody. And he should be allowed to do what he wanted to do in the first place. That's all we as fans want from him. Okay? We as fans already appreciate his movies. So it's not about we're not about him trying to compromise himself. We want him to be what he does. We want Zack to do what Zack does. That's why this movie is becoming a reality. Okay? So we don't want him compromising anything. And we as fans will back him 100%. Make sure if he can't speak for himself, we're going to make sure we can speak for him. And we don't want no stupid ass person. I'm sorry about the stupid ass part. We don't want no person stepping in there and messing with his vision. Nobody. Okay? He's gotten the green light to do what he does. Let him do what he does. Fine. So that's the beauty of Warner Brothers, right? Zack's not trying to mess with anybody else. He's not trying to mess with the DCEU. He's just trying to finish his 3-story arc. Let him do it. Doesn't have to connect to something down the road. So anyway, they also asked him a couple other questions. One of them was, you know, some people are saying that you're gonna borrow things from the Joss Whedon's theatrical cut, and Zack said, "Listen, if I do that is anything else other than what I directed in the movie, I'll burn it to the ground." He said he burned the movie to the ground. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. And then the other thing that was interesting in that interview, which again, fans, you guys fueled, was, you know, that the question is asked, you know, when will you actually let us know how long the cut is? So I think for August 22nd, I think it is. I think it's on DC Fandom. We're gonna get an extended version of the clip that we saw, if I'm getting this information correctly. The name of the movie, the official name of the movie, and also the runtime. I think you said. I can't remember saying the runtime, because most of what he's doing is post-production at this point in time, because nobody can shoot anything right now. COVID-19 environment is a problem. They asked him also when is he going to shoot in this after the COVID-19? And of course, he doesn't know that either. You have to wait for the COVID-19 kind of die off. Excuse me. Before he could really talk about shooting anything, right? But man, today was just so great. Hey, listening to Ray Fisher, listening to Ink to the People, the guy who does T-shirts, Ink to the People, charitable organization, uh, and then just generally the atmosphere of the place is just great. I'm looking forward to tomorrow with the other uh, interviews with Deborah Snyder, Porter, and other people. I've not been able to see the clip, but I'm pretty sure it's like, spreading all over the place. Um, but man, this has been a very exciting day today, and I hope that you guys felt as enriched and as excited about it. Dana Steele, nice to see you, man. I know other people are gonna see this video and they're gonna leave comments below, and that's great. I will catch you guys later. I actually have some refluxing right now, kind of ready to hiccup. So much. I am Christ I am disciple. It's been a great day. It's been a great day. I've been in different meetings and conferences, talking with different people about different things. And this is just one of several. And this makes my day. This makes my day. In addition, I think he's talking about besides accessing the other team. Oh, sorry. Instead, in addition to accessing the T-shirts from Ink to the People, right? Because there's going to be a giveaway of 5,000 T-shirts, the DC fandom. But in addition to getting going to Ink to the People and getting T-shirts, we're looking at he's looking at giving away 1,000 of them online free. So it's really cool. You can go to the site and you can get access to it. Me personally, I think that this experience, like Zack said, it was so organic that, what happened to him and Deborah was, with his daughter, spawned off into them coming away from the project, leading to these series of events that stimulated the fans, almost like we are like a natural Justice League, to actually help promote, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and it's sort of come full circle, sort of very organically. And I think Zack was very interested in that part. I mean, me personally, I think that this whole experience, like he's talking about how they're literally changing lives, right? But does Zack even understand that this experience has changed our lives? We've become more proactive. We've become like, the superheroes that he's trying to portray and the attributes that they have, and that we become more active. And we've also engaged in a lot of art. You saw all the art stuff that was done, and all of the demonstrations and expressions of art that's put up on Twitter and so on. I mean, the Ben Affleck support things, and even the David Ayer support things. It's just a lot of support that we as fans now becoming very vocal with. And I hope that we would continue to be more positive in these things and keep on channeling our energies into generating more funds and monies towards other effective things. Remember, we did the Feed America program. We did the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We also did the arts program across the seas, where we were funding young children participating in art. Then we had our own art competitions, expressing art in various different ways. And then we were occupied in assisting and partnering with people who had other needs, I guess, because I think we found funded two other individual projects and helped two other people. I can't remember what it was about. But the point is, a lot of positive came out of this. And if we could continue to keep that positivity going, even in this COVID-19 environment, and keep that goodwill going, then the whole purpose of the movie is being fulfilled in how we conduct ourselves. I was listening to Ray Fisher earlier on today, and he was talking about also how, you know, uh, people need to be more kind. Like, we're not kind anymore. We need more kindness. And it really is true. I mean, if I really think about it, I'm not the most kindest person these days online either. And it makes me reflect because sometimes what people just need is a little love, respect, and kindness, and see things from a different perspective. You know, so I thought that was worth the while when Ray Fisher said that. And of course, he's talking about it from a political standpoint. I also saw the interview with Jay Oliver. Great interview. Where he was talking about how comic book movies in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s were reflective of the politics at the time. And I thought that was really revealing and great how he was talking about how, saying that comic books are not political. Come on. They always, even in the Dark Knight, the 80s period, Ronald Reagan was in that, and, the social commentary at the time. That's the nice thing about comic books. And I remember, I don't know about the modern ones now, but they were always socially relevant, and they were always speaking on social issues. People may not today, they may not, comic books today may not be so much into that. That's what it did. I mean, comic books were a reflection of the times. It was a great interview by Jay Oliver too, by the way. So anyway, this is what I got to say. Nobody hopped on to say they were guests and wanted to engage with me. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I don't know. But what I do know is it was really a great day. I really enjoyed myself. I was like hollering all over the house when I saw the black suit. I didn't realize the black suit could look so good. You know what I mean? So, man, I can't wait for this movie. And then it was talking about how, he didn't let Ray Fisher see the movie because it wasn't completed. And he talked about how he did the whole movie in black and white. He pulled away all the colors because he saw a billboard with the Justice League and it was just way too colorful. He talked about how, Superman, to be relatable, you have to get the ambit and width of his emotions, his feelings, and identifying with humanity. And I absolutely 100% agree. Even Jesus on this earth wasn't just this Boy Scout. You know what I'm saying? He was someone who had feelings and he suffered just like everybody else. And to be human is important. If Jesus wasn't human, I'm talking from a Christocentric point of view. If he wasn't human, he wouldn't experience humanity, the length and breadth and width of the difficulties of it. So I feel like the struggle that Superman was having with, his divinity and his humanity, I thought that was a very interesting point that Zack Snyder brought out that had never been, expressed on the big screen ever before. And I still think to this day, because they were having these arguments and debates with the studio on, him using the black suit and so on. I think to this day, it's about a deeper dive into things, especially if you're an older person. A lot of people try to ridicule me. Oh, you like comic book movies? I was like, dude, your perception of a comic book movie is different to mine. I have a totally different way of looking at comic book. You look at probably a Marvel comic book movie and you think, oh yeah, I'm nothing against Marvel. It's just that for me, I need a deeper dive. Okay. So anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to come out, but we got to make sure as fans that it's not compromised, man. That's all I'm saying. And Zack's adding extra things to the movie, which is just great. I'm loving every second of it. So I hope that you fans are having a good time as well. Shout out to Dana Steele, and for other people passing in and watching this watching this video. Thanks for taking the time. I'm Christ and Disciple. Later. Peace.